17e is a little bit longer. And actually, when I started working on 17e, so much data came up, and I already started working on F to S, that I actually made the basis of 17e, the end of it, on as 17t. They rhyme. But you still need to watch 17e all the way up to t, because everything in t is coming up in all those videos as well. So I just wanted to know that I divided 17e up into two parts. It's E and T, but also it goes along with the rest of the videos, so you want to watch all of them. 17e, line 17e, Leonhard Euler's formula, polarization starlight, Almagest, while SETI, part 83. This is based on the math equation of 14.1.113.2.1 found in the WOW SETI signal in 1977. It was an alien radio signal picked up. So January 21st, 2012, 7:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my thoughts. In the last video, we covered Leonhard Euler's number values for E. I looked this up when I did a Google on the alien WOW SETI signal 60QUJ5. I divided it up to see if each component, letter or number, had any meanings that would tie in with one another. As they did, because they all belong to the family of logarithms in various shapes, sizes, and structure. So Euler's formula comes up first, and that's what it looks like. That's the natural logarithm exponential functions, application in compound interest, Euler's identity, and Euler's formula. Half-lives and exponential growth decay. So you would need to know that because I believe there's decay in the neutrino. When it travels, it decays, or something with it decays. So Euler's formula, named after Leonhard Euler, is a mathematical formula in a complex analysis that establishes the deep relationship between the trigonometric functions and the complex exponential function. Euler's formula states that for any real number x, e to the power of ix equals cos x plus I, then sin, and then x, where e is the base of the natural logarithm, I is the imaginary unit, and cos and sin are the trigonometric functions, cosine and sine respectively, with the argument x given in radians. That's all Greek to me. I don't know what it means. This complex exponential function is sometimes denoted cis x. The formula is still valid if x is a complex number, and so some authors refer to the more general complex version as Euler's formula. Richard Feynman called Euler's formula our jewel and one of the most remarkable, almost astounding formulas in all mathematics. We did a little piece on him in line 16. He came up in that section. Starlight. The circular polarization of starlight has been observed to be a function of the linear polarization of starlight. Starlight becomes partially linearly polarized by scattering from elongated interstellar dust. Grains whose long axes tend to be oriented perpendicular to the galactic magnetic field. I'm down to 1 bar, so hopefully we get through this video before it dies on me. According to the Davis-Greenstein mechanism, the grains spin rapidly with their rotation axis along the magnetic field. Light polarized along the direction of the magnetic field perpendicular to the line of straight is transmitted, while light polarized in the plane defined by the rotating grain is blocked. Thus, the polarization direction can be used to map out the galactic magnetic field. The degree of polarization is on the order of 1.5% for stars at 1,000 parsecs distance. There's more stuff here on Wiki, as you can see. Loads and loads of stuff. Crab Nebula comes up. Circumlunar environments, Canis Majoris, wave plates, all sorts of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and see what this says. Okay, there's another graph here we've got. It's called the natural exponential function y equals e to the power of x. Okay, in mathematics, the exponential function is the function ex, where e is the number, approximately 2.71, so that's the e from Euler's thing. Such the function of ex is its own derivative. The exponential function is used to model a relationship in which a constant change in the independent variable gives the same proportional change, i.e. percentage increase or decrease in the dependent variable. The function is often written as exp and then x in a bracket, especially when it is impractical to write the independent variable as a superscript. Representative, inverse, derivative, and okay, there you go. I don't know what it means. The graph of y equals ex is upward sloping and increases faster as x increases. The graph also lies above the x-axis, but can get arbitrarily close to it for negative x. Thus, the x-axis is a horizontal asymptote. That word came up before. The slope of the tangent to the graph at each point is equal to its y-coordinate at that point. The inverse function is the natural logarithm. In x, because of this, some old texts refer to the exponential function as the anti-logarithm. Sometimes the term exponential function is used more generally for functions of the form cbx, where the base b is any positive real number, not necessarily e. See exponential growth for this usage. In general, the variable x can be any real or complex number or even an entirely different kind of mathematical object. See the formal definition below. So that's under exponential function on Wiki, and the other one was under, oh, the same one. And I got some sort of graph here. I don't know what this is called. Ptolemaic system? Ptolemaic system? Can't really see it, but it looks like Luna, which is the moon, Mercury, Venus, Solus, I don't know if that's the sun, Mars, Saturn, and then this is an old star chart, I guess. Schema, Huis, whatever, it's in Latin. It's Ptolemaic system. The Almagest is a 2nd century mathematical and astronomical treatise on the apparent motions of the stars and planetary paths. I think that's where they show the two different theories, which I'm going to talk about in another video. There was two different theories that either the whole solar system went around the Earth or it all went around the Sun. And that was the argument back in the day, back in the 17th century, or earlier, I don't know. Written in Greek by Claudius Ptolemy, a Roman-era scholar of Egypt. It is one of the most influential scientific texts of all time. With its geocentric model, accepted for more than 1,200 years from its origin. Geocentric, I believe, is where they think everything revolves around the Earth. In Hellenistic Alexandria, in the medieval Byzantine and Islamic worlds, and in Western Europe through the Middle Ages and early Renaissance until Copernicus. The Almagest is a critical source of information on ancient Greek astronomy. It has also been valuable to students of mathematics because it documents the ancient Greek mathematician Hipparchus' work, which has been lost. That's a shame. His work's been lost? Hipparchus wrote about trigonometry, but because his works are no longer extant, mathematicians use Ptolemy's book as their source of Hipparchus' work in ancient Greek trigonometry in general. Wouldn't it be cool if we actually found his stuff? Huh? Ptolemy set up a public search of canvas. Okay, so that's that. Okay? So I'm going to go to my thoughts here. January 21st, 2012, 9:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After looking over these notes, I started working on a theory of my own based on what I call Mayan thoughts. And came up with some formula ideas that are quite detailed. Because it was so much data, I have moved it unto the end of the current video that go from A to S. So line 17E part 2 is going to be line 17T. You can watch the other videos first before you get to it, because everything that is mentioned in those videos comes up at the end in this new formula idea that I've come up with to create a powerful force to use in a UFO engine. I'm calling it the UFO engine because it's a lot faster than anything we've invented on Earth so far that we know of. Okay, so that's the end of 17E. I'm down to my last bar, which I know gives me about less than 20 minutes, okay? So we'll see what I can do with it.